So, let we shall start. Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavato Sahano Bhunakto Sahaveryam Karavavahe Tedasvinavadhitamastama Vidvisavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhasakrato Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gururatmete Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyavadvyapta Dehaya Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Aneka Janma Samprapta Janma Karma Vidahinah Atmayana Pradhanena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om. Om Namo Brahmadebhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartebhyo Vansarisebhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvo Plavarahitaha Pragyanaghanaha Hridagartho Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gangurabhyo Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswate Namaha. Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha. Om Klim Bhadrakalli Namaha. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Hrim Namah Shivaya. Hare Om. So, thanks to all of you today. Once again, we are this platform today. We are going to study Shaivism and Shiva Sutras. And we have been studying since I think last 3 weeks, right? Almost. So we study every Mondays Shiva Sutra on Shaivism. And the Shiva Sutra we study, and whatever we get the knowledge, and we always surrender to Lord Shiva, dedicate to Lord Shiva, and also Mother Parasakti. So today we are going to study Sutra number 6, Shiva Sutra. There is many kind of author you can follow. I can also recommend for you. One is called Shiva Sutra. You may write down. Yoga of Supreme Reality is written by Jaydev Singh. Another is the author and Shiva Sutra also, and written by Swami Lakshman Jo. And another book also Shiva Sutra, also about Jaydev Singh. So that is two authors, Jaydev Singh. But there is different type editions. I have two books about him. So it is like that. So it's very interesting that we study today Shiva Sutra. There is many kind of sutras. Like we study Yoga Sutras, sometimes Shiva Sutra. Among the all science, Shiva Sutra, the Shaivism, the primordial, the spiritual science. Primordial means very beginning of any kind of spiritual science today available. So Lord Shiva, the primordial Guru, the Adi Guru, the first Guru. Before that, no one was the Guru, right? So Lord Shiva is the first Guru, the primordial Guru of the spiritual science, right? Either it is on a yoga or the tantra or the Vedanta, whatever the science today is available in the whole world, in this planet. But at the same time, the scriptures are not enough. The scripture not enough to study about Lord Shiva. But somehow, many masters, they have written with revelations, and not with mind, not with intellect, not with intuitions even. Revelations. Smruti Jnana is beyond mind, matter, and phenomena. It's called transcendental consciousness, which consciousness not recognized by our limited mind or limited brain. That you have to be very clear. So today we are going to study the Shiva Sutra, the number 6. It is on the path of enlightenment. Shaivism, one of the most ancient spiritual science. Before there was no spiritual science. There was no spiritual science. Spiritual science means it can be any topics, either yoga, tantra, Vedanta, whatever today, right? And before Shaivism, there was no religions. There was no religions, no Hindu, no Muslims, no Christians, no Jewish, no Jain, even no Sanatan Dharma. Even Sanatan Dharma, one of the eternal religion, eternal Dharma, ageless tradition. But before Sanatan, Lord Shiva was there. Lord Shiva, we say Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, well Sadasiv. And Brahma, Vishnu, even Shiva, they are coming from eternal Shiva, that is called Sadasiv. It's a different kind of science to understand. And Sanatan Dharma coming in the name of the son of the Brahma, Sanatan. Sanatan is the name of one of the son of the Brahma as well. So that I'm not going to elaborately speak about that. Sanat Kumar, Sanatan. So who actually revived by the Smriti, by the transcendental consciousness, the science of Brahman, the science of absolute. So Lord Shiva is the primordial Guru, which is not, we never know when he was born, and we don't know also is the death. So Lord Shiva is the only God among the all gods, among the all 33 million god and goddess. He was the eternal. He never was born, never died. So that consciousness through Shiva Sutra, through dedication to Lord Shiva, through the dedication to Parasakti, you can achieve that the Shiva consciousness, the consciousness of Vairava. So today we are going to study Sutra number 6. So let me chant or repeat. Sakti Chakra Sandhani Viswa Saharaha. Sakti Chakra Sandhani Viswa Saharaha. Sakti Chakra Sandhane Viswa Sahara. So before we study, that is many sutras very beginning, we say Chaitanam Atma. The first sutra, I try to just repeat the sutras. So at least we can remember. Those who have not joining all classes. We say Chaitanam Atma, the first sutra. Second sutra, Jnana Bandha. And Chaitanam Atma means Atma is a consciousness, awareness, eternal consciousness. And Jnana Bandha, limited knowledge, the bondage of all sufferings, limited knowledge, the intellectual knowledge, material knowledge, is the bondage of all sufferings. Sutra number 3 is a Yoni Vargaha Kala Sariram. Say Yoni Vargaha Kala Sariram. Again, the source of the objective world is called Maya. That means again, the word Bandha is understood in this sutra. Also, therefore, the sutra means Maya Mala and Karma Mala are also the cause of bondage. So, that is sutra number 3. And sutra number 4, called Jnana Adhisthana Matrika. Jnana, the limited knowledge. Limited knowledge. Again, cause of our suffering as well. Then another, the sutra number 5. Sutra number 5 is a Udyamam Bhairava. Udyamam Bhairava. Once you are rising the consciousness, and Udyam Bhairava means Bhairava consciousness. It's called awakening consciousness. Udyam Bhairava means awakening of the consciousness, and that known as the Bhairava consciousness. So, and that many things to learn, and you can also literally do homework. Those who not attend the class. And number 6, Sakti Chakra Sandhane Viswasaharaha. Again I repeat, Sakti Chakra Sandhane Viswasaharaha. So what is that? Sakti Chakra. They say by union with a collective whole of Saktis through intensive and fixed awareness. Viswa Sanghara. Sanghara means destructions. Viswa Sanghara is a disappearance of the universe. Sanghara, Viswa Sanghara means destruction of the whole universe. Actually, what happened that? He said that Sakti Chakra Sandhane Viswa Sanghara. Very interesting. How you can understand the whole universe is destroyed? This is by union with a collective whole of the Saktis through intensive and fixed awareness that the disappearance of the universe as something separate from the consciousness. Very interesting. So late we shall go details. When you are a total union with the Parasakti, what happening? You are actually disappearing. You are disappearing or separate from the consciousness of universe, the material, right? So I try to go a little bit elaborately. Bhairava, who has been described in the previous sutra as of the nature of an emergence of the awareness, which is simply a sudden flash of highest Prativa, the full eye consciousness of Shiva, and that is the highest Swatantra Shakti, the full freedom of the knowing and doing any and everything. So, when it's the eye consciousness, but here eye consciousness Asmita, not about ego. I am the Shiva. I am the pure consciousness. I am the higher consciousness. And that higher consciousness is the full freedom. And knowing this, doing any and everything, the Shakti, though fully aware of its inner nature, is outwardly engaged the activity, thus seizing the entire host of its Shaktis appear in the form of succession, krama, non-succession, simultaneously, akram in the transcendental of both accession and simultaneously. In the form of being greatly empty, It is very difficult to understand, but I try to make you some explanations. I will also make you essence. Atrika or the Krishna greatly emancipated of being not empty at all. Atrika or the prana always full or in the form of both empty and non-empty. Though the Sakti is described in the various details from us above, she is not any of these forms. So here we have to understand about Vishwa Sanghara. Then on the occasion of the Vishwa Sanghara, the aspirant divorces everything, reduce the sameness with the consciousness, whether it is death or Kala, presiding spirit of death, all the multitude of the activity, network of all changes, identifications with the knowledge of objects, and the multitude of thought constructs, whether it is the thought construct or identity with the highest or the thought contrast varied things. So observe that the divine consciousness presence in the body, which has a glow like that Kalagni Rudra, and in which all things and dissolve, and the multitude of the elements is born. Say, in Malini Vijaya Tantra, what they said, when an aspirant, when a seeker, with one pointedness of the mind, apprehend the reality, which is not within the range of utterance, gross or the subtle, he obtains Samabesa, observation in the divine consciousness. Then that Samabesa is known as Sakta, obtained by means of a Saktopaya. So the same technique of union with Sakti by full awareness has been ascertained by another Sastric procedure. This comes into experience only by devotion to the lotus feet of a genuine Guru, spiritual director. So nothing further has been described. Same idea has been described by means of the first and the last verses of our Spandakarika. So we both had some Sankara from those expanse of the contraction of the Sakti. The world arises and dissolves, and who is the source of all glorious might of the multitude of Saktis. Then, when one is rooted in the one place, the Spanda Tattva, the consisting of the perfect eye consciousness, then controlling the rise and disappearance of it, one acquires the statue of real enjoyer and then become the master of the group of Saktis. So what I mean here, it's very interesting to read. So now we have to be very clear. They say that when you are union with the Saktis, that means with the Parasakti. So when actually you are union with the Parasakti, the divine Sakti, by the grace of the Gurus, by the grace of the masters, so what happens? Generally, we are free from the samsaras, free from the inverse. So we are separate from the material consciousness. So we are entering a state of the consciousness known as called transcendental consciousness. That's why they say that, what do they say? Sakti Chakra Sandhani. Sakti means Sakti, Chakra means the wheel of the samsara. Sandhana means to investigate, also research, or the penetrate. That is called Sandhana, Vishwa Sanghara. So what I mean, when you are unite, when you are union by the grace of Guru with the Parasakti, with higher Saktis, so naturally the whole world for you, whole samsara, whole inverse is dissolved. That is Sanghara. Dissolve means Sanghara. It means you have no. You understand? It means you are really separating from the material consciousness, samsara. So it is called Vishwa Sanghara. This means the whole inverse is dissolved, right? because the inverse is all about material consciousness. And once you are experience and union with the Shakti, then naturally you can experience that state of the consciousness of the Vairava and the pure consciousness of the Shiva. That what we have been studying in Vijnanavara Tantra. Through once you are developed the consciousness of Parasakti, the divine Shakti, the transcendental consciousness, the whole world is dissolved, right? And in this, your body, in this Jivatma, in this body, in this whole body, you can experience that higher consciousness of the Parasakti. And once you experience the Parasakti, the transcendental consciousness, then there is no sufferings, there are no miseries, because the whole world is dissolved. Visva Sanghara, Visva means universe. Samsara, not samsara, but universe. Inverse means whatever the existence of the material world, because whatever the form, you can give any name, any forms. So form is all about material concept, right? Anything is matter, there is the name. And with no matter, there is no name. And that's the absolute consciousness. So when you are totally and unite with the Parasakti, then whole world is dissolved. Whole world is dissolved. Only the pure consciousness, the conscious Bhairava, you experience naturally. And only can experience the consciousness of a Bhairava, the consciousness of pure eternal consciousness, Shiva Tattva, when you are free from the samsara, free from the whole universe. This samsara is not only one planet. There is many kind of samsara, right? This is the Prithvi. And is called, this is one planet. There is many planets, right? When you put all planet together, it's called universe, right? It's not one planet. This is the planet where we are alive. There is also many other planets. That is even around the solar. You understand? Many planets are there. Out of them, Earth is the one planet, right? So like that, we have many planets. And when you put together, that called universe. But when you leave all the planets, then you can reach actually union with the Parasakti, union with the totality of the Sakti. And that Sakti helping you, that state of the consciousness is merging and experience and Shiva Tattva, the Vairav consciousness, the pure consciousness. And once you are enter that consciousness, then you are free from the sufferings and the bondage of your karma. What you study many sutras. Very beginning we study Chaitanya Mahatma, the main aim of the Shiva Sutra, how to experience the pure and absolute eternal consciousness, which is all the time. But the question is how we can work. I always remind you again, you need to have constant meditations, and then you study many kind of techniques. But it is very important to understand your conscious level, unconscious level, subconscious level. Intellectual understanding is not total realizations, but is helping you. It is helping you like a medium. It is giving you informations. And you have to remember again, this life, next life, every day. It's called self-analysis, Atma Chintana. Atma Chintan. One day you chant Om Namah Shivaya, it does not work. You have to chant all the time. Eating one day does mean you're thirst, does mean you are not hungry tomorrow. No, eating every day, chant mantra every day, practice every day, also think every day. So like that. So you have to constant practice, regular practice. So constantly listen from the masters. So one day you get the grace of the masters. So once you get the grace of master, so naturally you are the blessed by the divinity, even Parasakti, even the blessed, even you are going to also receive the blessings of Lord Shiva, the unknown. So therefore, here the sutra say that by the grace of a spiritual director, spiritual master, we see that this comes into experience when by devotion to the lotus feet of a genuine guru or the spiritual master. So when that can comes, once you are really unite with the pure Sakti, the Parasakti, it means the awakening Kundalini takes place once you are totally dedicated to the master. Again, why need to dedicate to master? Because we need to lose our external egos, intellectual ego. Because most of the time we don't listen to no one. Not listen no one. We sometimes don't listen to our society. We don't listen to our government. We don't listen to our father, no mother, grandfather, whatever. End of the day, even you don't listen to the teachers. We don't listen to the gurus. But it means you don't listen to yourself at all. So therefore, we need to surrender our mind to external masters. And once we are surrendered to external master, so naturally you are awakening in our guru as well. But most of the time, we do sometimes surrender or dedicate to the external masters, but due to our personal agenda, personal emotions, personal expectations, personal passions. But does mean you are really accepting the guru? No, this is wrong. When you actually surrender to guru, that moment you have to find there is no any personal agenda, no personal expectation, no personal wanting, and you never react on the guru, no dvesa, no repulsions. And anytime your anger goes to your guru, you are become negative to guru, it means you are not accepting the guru even 1%. So therefore you have to check yourself, remain. Is it I'm reacting? Whatever master guiding me, whatever master helping me. So even 1 second, you react on your master, on your guru, there is, you can't never receive the grace of masters, and forget there is no sadhana at all. That you must remember. Even that guru is how the bad is, does matter. You may surrender to divinity. Forget that guru. For example, a guru done something wrong, but he's supposed to not react at all, any cost, negatively. Maybe you can surrender to the divinity alone. If you cannot trust to any gurus, fine. But at least you can surrender to the higher divinity. That is very important as well. But remember, if you accept one time the guru, you're supposed to not react even 1 second. And you react means you are not really master of your inner self. Then how can you really doing sadhana? How can really practice meditation? Where are the concentrations? Where are the samadhi? No. So that you have to test yourself. That you have to look yourself. Self-analysis. That Atma Chintana. So check yourself. Is it I'm really dedicated to myself? Is it I'm pure? Is it I'm really dedicated to master? Because whatever externally you are surrendering or dedicating or trusting, and that is reflect within yourself, how you project inside, you receive also outside. So very, very important, how you really dedicate to the master, the guru, or the divine. Sometimes not necessarily we have to really surrender to the physical guru, but it's very important. Somewhere you have to surrender or dedicate even to Lord Shiva or Mother Kali or God Almighty, doesn't matter. Even there is no form of God, let surrender to the unknown. But that is very essential, very important skills in order to walk on the path of spirituality. So therefore the spiritual path, not easy at all, not easy at all. And that you know very well, because due to our personal agenda, personal desires, personal expectations, we come to guru, we come to master. So, and then sometimes we don't fulfill our personal agenda, personal desires. It means you are not ready to walk on spiritual path. Remember that always. And if you are really surrendered external to the Lord Shiva or to divinity or higher God unknown, naturally you are not going to react even to your physical guru, because you are surrendered, you are dedicated. And whatever comes in your life, you simply accepting as your part of the karma, accepting part of your dharma, accepting part of your karma, accepting part of your previous samskaraj as well. That is the skills of the spiritual practitioner. Am I clear? That is very, very important. So therefore, when you are union with the totality of the Shakti, then the whole world is dissolved. So I shall go to understand what is the another concept of the another perspectives of the Sutra number 6. So I try to check it. So we shall check it. What are the another perspectives? The Sutra number, the commentator, what they try to explaining this. It's a Vairava. That what this word coming from Sutra number 5, right? Well, Udyama Vairava. The state of the consciousness of Vairava is the one should know. This is called supreme consciousness. Vairava, which has already been explained, carries you to the highest summit of active consciousness. What is Vairava? Sutra number 5, the highest consciousness. The conscious leads to freedom, liberation, and you never return to the samsara of the sufferings. What I mean here, but you have to also experience this consciousness of Vairava within your body, within the framework of the Jivatma, by the help of your mind, by the help of your chitta, by the help of your senses, by the help of your body. So you have to use also. When you meditate, very beginning, you need to have very good body, very good mind, very good Jivatma. We say 5 sense of organs, 5 sense of actions, 5 sense of knowledge, 5 pranas, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. It has to be well balanced. Without that, your Jivatma not good, your physical body is very important to prepare, so that you can really, so you are going to able to practice any kind of sadhana. So therefore, you have to remain positive, and you have to create the context awareness, and you have to free from whatever the obstacle comes. You must develop awareness, be conscious about that. And if sometimes see, some people make you hurting and suffering, you have to accept part of karma. The moment you accept part of your karma, also you are walking the path of sadhana, path of spirituality as well. So therefore, during your sadhana, even any difficulties comes, and you must accept part of your karma, part of your karma to accept and put into positive perspectives. Otherwise, you never can walk path of sadhana. So, and if you do any kind of sadhana and you don't have these skills, then you are actually walking the path of fake. Chadma is like a fake. Like if you are hypocritic to yourself as name of a spiritual sadhaka. So don't be hypocritic yourself. That is very, very important. Not to be hypocritic. So then this is Vairava, which has already been explained, carries you to the highest summit of active consciousness and is found together with the Swatantra Sakti. How is the Swatantriya Sakti found as one with Vairava? You will find her as a one with Vairava by keeping your organs in action, and then by establishing yourself inside, observing the action within. This is called Vairava Mudra. The supreme energy of Vairava holds both the successive movement and non-successive involvements of the collective totality of the energy. But in fact, here there is neither a successive way or the non-successive way of meditation. Why? Because both non-successive and successive way of meditation requires something to meditate on. Here there is nothing to meditate on. So in the state of Swatantra Sakti, there is no meditation. It is not the means upaya or the sambhava or sakta or anava. It is a anupaya and beyond anupaya. Supreme energy excludes sambhava, sakta and anav upaya. And at the same time, they are the all included. So what it means, the Swatantra Sakti, the Sakti of the freedom, once actually, if you have the good karma, again, they say that if you have good karma, by the grace of Guru, and if you unite with that pure, the consciousness of Parasakti, and Parasakti naturally, and union with the Bhairava consciousness. And that time you don't need any kind of practice, no sadhana need at all. It's called Sahaj Samadhi. Sahaj Samadhi means easy Samadhi. Sahaj means easier. So that is called swiftly. You can merge with the Parasakti. Then also you can experience the Bhairav consciousness. That Bhairav consciousness is the pure freedom. That is called Swatantra Sakti. Swatantra means there is nobody can stop it. Nobody can, there is no obstacles at all. So in this case, you don't need to have to meditate. You don't need to have any kind of a tantra, mantra, nothing to do. Like Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he was union with his Sakti directly. And that Parasakti energy, the consciousness leads him, attaining him also Shiva Tattva, the Atmagyan, the Brahmagyan. That's what I mean to you. Like Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he don't practice any kind of sadhanas except the pure devotion to Mother Kali. Pure, he was merged with the Parasakti. And for him, the whole universe was dissolved. Only Parasakti, the transcendental consciousness he have. So for him, he don't need to chant all mantras and pujas and chakras and doing asanas, pranayam, mudras, bandhas, and study Advaita Vedanta Yoga Sutras, and he don't moving this guru, that guru. He don't move that. He don't practice Kriya Yoga, Tantra Yoga, Mantra Yoga. No. So that's what I mean. Like Paramahansa Ramakrishna, you have totally union with the Parasakti. And if you are union with the Parasakti, naturally that Parasakti leads you to experience that Bhairava consciousness, the pure consciousness. And where is sadhaka experience Atma Jnana Chaitanya Atma, the Atma is the pure consciousness. And Bhairava consciousness, that the consciousness leads to total freedom. Total freedom. And then such kind of sadhaka, no need any kind of technique to practice. So then the state of Swatantra Sakti excludes everything and also includes everything. But same time, say exclude everything. Swatantra means the pure consciousness, the supreme consciousness or the supreme energy. This is a state of Swatantra Sakti. Why would they be? Why? They say, why would they be excluded? They would be excluded because the way does not exist at all. There is no way to go. There is no way. There is no traveling from the point you start. That is what is the held. What's to be held. You have to hold that starting point, and that is all. Although this is Swatantra Sakti. Again, you have to remember Swatantra Sakti. Swatantra means freedom. A state of the consciousness of freedom. Swatantra. Swa means your own. And Tantra means freedom. Swatantra. Swatantra. You are completely free. Your own self. Not the Jivatma. But when I say your own self means Atma. And that is yourself. But not the Jivatma. So then if you say, okay, I'm the Atma, I'm free. No, it does not work intellectual. And you have to have bodha, and you have to have jnana, you have to have experience. Otherwise, it leads to mental problems, and you will end up in mental hospitals. Like many people read the books and sastras, I'm Atma, I'm Brahman, I know everything. If you have not really that experience, actually, if you are really experienced, I'm Atma, I'm Brahman, you're never going to say that. When you know yourself, you're never going to say that I know myself. It is called ajnana, avidya, avidya, avidya. If you say one time I know myself, that means you are going to mental hospital, no doubts. And end of the day, in Europe, if you have a lot of money or your parents have money, so they're sending to mental hospital or the psychiatric doctors. So therefore, it is called bodha jnana. It is the realizations. When you say I know myself, so it is the realizations, is the enlightenment. When you say myself means the jivatma, your mind only, but that is not yourself. That is not the self. But same time, we have to, of course, when you say, who are you? I'm Swami Samarpan. That is fine. But you can't say that I know myself everything. If you know everything, there is no sufferings. There is no any miseries. You are free. So such kind of word, when you say myself, this is not word to explain. This master reminding you, let you experience beyond mind, matter, and phenomenon. You are not the Jivatma, you are the Atma. But this is not about to reading the books. It is not about the teachings. It is about simply a master, a guru, remind to disciple. It's not about to teachings at all. You have to always understand this. This is not about teachings. This is not about lectures. It does not have any meanings. Am I clear? When I say that you are not the body, you are not the Jivat. For example, you are not a body. You are not the Jivatma. You are the Atma and Brahman. It is only master reminding you. This is a transcendental teachings. Is a transcendental teachings. So therefore, it is something to experience and to realize. And sometimes people say to you, look, I know everything. I'm not the body. I know. I'm not body. I'm not Jivatma. I'm the Atma. I'm the Brahman. I know I'm free. I know myself everything. If you say like this, you are there is no doubts. You are entering mental hospitals. This is called hyperactive people. Hyperactive people. So this hyperactive will leads you remain in the mental hospitals. Right? So always remember, this kind of teaching called transcendental teachings. And this kind of teachings is not to teach someone living in the street, for example. No. It is a need, a state of the consciousness to receive this knowledge, even intellectual knowledge from the Guru. So therefore, in Vedic science, when they're going to remind you, you are not this body, you are not Jivatma, you are the Atma and Paramatma. It has to be developed the consciousness by the students and teacher. The Guru has to teach. When a disciple awaken that consciousness to listen from the Guru and masters. But today, nowadays, we're reading the books. We say, I know everything. And that actually leads to, then you say, I reading the books, I know it. What Swami Samarpan is going to speak, you are not a body, you are not a Jivat. I know it. You are really going to mental hospital. No doubts. So therefore, please avoid not to go to mental hospitals. Not go to mental hospital. Let the introspection, Atma Chintana. I am speaking this, Atma know why I am speaking this and to whom. So there's many people come to this platform and sometimes not today. So at least people can listen in the YouTube, whatever I'm speaking. Because whatever I speak this platform, so everybody listen in the YouTube in the future. If somebody have the karma, they can listen. So it is all about to bodha jnana, that we have to study tattva bodha, atma bodha. Bodha means to realize. It is not about to teachings. So you have to remember, I'm not teaching you. I simply make you aware and conscious. It seems I'm teaching you. No. Guru is never teaching to their disciples. Guru simply bring you awareness. Guru only helping you how to remember, how to aware, how to be conscious. What you are already forgotten. What you are already forgotten in the past life. You coming this life. So Guru try to remind you, make you remember, make you conscious, make you alert, make you awake. Get up, like a mother. Mother always, their parents always, they get up their children early morning before they go into school 10 times. Similarly, so I make you get up one time, second time, many times. Get up and walk on the school to the spiritual school, for the Brahma Vidya, for the Atma Vidya, to experience that higher consciousness, where that consciousness helping you and free from all sufferings. And with that consciousness, you can live in the samsara within this Jivatma body, with this body, with your father, with your mother, with your children, with your husband, with your parents, with your friends, and you can live actually peacefully. So there is something exclude and include as well. So another point, the play of they say, very interesting, although this Swatantra Sakti is both successive and non-successive, it is above that. Why? Because it is the supreme energy of Lord Shiva, who is absolutely independent awareness. So once we experience that the pure consciousness, they say it is absolutely independent awareness. And this consciousness, they said, because it is the supreme energy of Lord Shiva. So it means you are the supreme consciousness of Lord Shiva. It means you are the Shiva itself. Your consciousness itself, I am the Shiva. What does that mean? I am the pure consciousness. And that consciousness, the Atma, the Brahman, but without that consciousness, your Jivatma as well not will be exist. Your Jivatma will die. The physical body will die. You will be enter into dissolve your physical body. Your physical body will dissolve. So therefore, through this Swatantra Sakti, through this pure consciousness, and you are going to experience both successive and non-successive. What does that mean? Because our body is the Jivatma, is the pure consciousness, and we can also successful many things, but many things also are miserable. So why miserable? Although Shiva is within us, because we don't have that proper realizations. And once we experience that pure consciousness, so naturally, and you can be success. What does that mean, success? Success means absence of all sufferings. You experience love, the compassion, the pure energy, and you became Atma Jnani and Brahma Jnani, and that is called Shiva consciousness. They say this, the play of creation, protection, and destruction is the recreation of a Swatantra Sakti. Where? In the ground of our own nature, Avarupa, right from the element, earth, Prithvi, up to the state of the supreme persevere, Para, Pramiti, where the heroic yogi meditates with the continuous contemplation on that collective class of energy of Shiva, Shakti Chakra, which is found is in only one energy, Swatantra Sakti. He destroys this dualistic universe right from Kalagni Rudra of the Swatantra Kula. And you must understand, though destruction does not mean that is destroyed, although it is individually found, it externally found or found in his own awareness. The heroic yogi feels that the entire universe has become one with the fire of supreme consciousness. The secret teachings is contained in special tantras that remain unwritten and have been orally transmitted from master to disciple. It is also said that Bhagar, say Bharga Sikha Sastra. So the pure Tantra Sastra, the pure Tantra Sastra or secret teaching still not available in the Sastras. Still the pure secret science of Tantra still not available. It is because it was taught orally from master to disciples. Disciple to the, again, disciple became master. So master, disciple is carry on. So even today, either any kind of science of spirituality, especially the science of Tantra, it is always taught in the secret perspectives, secret way. Because therefore in India, we see that even in Brahma Vidya, it was only guru, disciple taught traditions, only guru and transmit in the silent form to the disciples. Therefore, we study Siddhachina Murtaye Namaha. So Adiguru Sankaracharya, and he was also incarnation of Lord Shiva, and he taught to their disciple in silent forms. Even Sanat and Sanat Kumar, Sanandan, there are four sons of Brahma, they receive the knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of absolute, according to Vedic science, in the silent forms. And they receive the higher transcendental consciousness, the pure consciousness by silent only. So there was no teachings. So what I mean here, the science of absolute knowledge, the science of Brahma Vidya, the science of Atma Vidya, the science of Shiva Tattva, the science of the Parasakti, the pure consciousness is not possible to taught. Anything you taught, that never leads to the, that is, anything you taught is called dualistic. It is the form. And wherever the form, that is not the pure consciousness. So what I mean, am I clear now? You understand now? It cannot be taught, the intellectual discussions. The higher consciousness of Brahma Vidya, only one can receive in the transcendental consciousness. One can receive the Brahma Vidya through developing within yourself the transcendental consciousness. Am I clear that now today? So therefore, you must work hard on the spiritual path, how to develop and dissolve the samsara, dissolve this universe, let unite with the Parasakti, experience that Bhairav consciousness, the pure consciousness. And then, Chaitanam Atma. So therefore, the secret teachings is contained in special tantras that remain unwritten, never written in any sastras, and have been orally transmitted from master to disciple, guru to chela, guru to sisya. It is also said, Varga Sika Sastra. When the time meditating on the wheel of energy, he digests and destroys everything, death, the spare of time, the collection of all activities found in the world, the totality of the emotions becoming the object of all perceptions, becoming the object of a thought or the various thoughts. In his own supreme being, he causes that the whole to enter that supreme consciousness of God. So it is different perspectives. So there is many perspectives to understand. So ladies, I don't know what the time is going on. Oh, already 9 o'clock. I forgot today time. I'm sorry. Today I was kind of tranced myself when I'm teaching this. So always I feel I am with Shiva now. I'm with Parasakti. So I am that consciousness. So thanks to God, Lord Shiva, and thanks to my gurus, all sadhus. I forgot already 9 o'clock. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be aware and conscious. I always said to conscious, but today I forgot the time. And actually, when you meditate, you actually forget the time. You forget the inverse, and your whole samsara is dissolved. The matter word dissolved. That means you are united with the Parasakti. And so I feel like that today. So anyway, thanks to Parasakti, Mother Kali, the Jagadamba, and Lord Shiva. Most of the time nowadays or every day, almost I always go to the Mount Kailas every day. So I visit Lord Shiva there. So I always do Kora around Mount Kailas in my morning prayers. So I give just 2 minutes. If I have anyone have any questions, please.
Kalagni, please explain Kalagni.
Actually, Kalagni means here, Agni means fire. Kala means the Agni, which is destroyed, the whole universe, dissolved, whole universe. That called Vishwa Sanghara. So here, Kalagni, the Lord Rudra is to destroy the whole universe, because the Lord Rudra have the power to create and destroy it. So therefore, the pure Sakti, with the Mother Kali, have the power of destructions. So you're a Kalagni. So Kala means time, Agni means the fire. So Kalagni destroy the whole universe, Vishwa Sanghara. And here Kalagni, they say, represents to Lord Rudra. Only the form of Rudra would destroy the whole universe. But one side is seems to destroy, other side is changing the forms. And so therefore Kalagni, so Kalagni means here Kalagni Rudra. I try to say that again once again. I try to read this. It say, which is found in the only one energy, the Swatantra Sakti. He destroyed this dualist universe right from the Kalagni of the Santatika Kala. You must understand through destruction does not mean that it destroyed. So it seems everything destroyed, but actually is the merge. Is the merge everything with the totality of the consciousness. Totality of the consciousness. Because everything again, then even say that, what they say that, although it is individually found, externally found, or found in his own awareness. And the heroic yogi feels that the entire universe, the whole universe has become one with the fire of supreme consciousness. Am I clear that now? The whole universe, when it dissolves, it comes with the fire of supreme consciousness. What does that mean? It is also with the Kalagni Rudra, with the merge with the Lord Shiva, the Sadasiv. Everything coming out of the Sadasiv. And when they destroy everything, also merge with the Sadasiv, with the pure, the consciousness as well. That is Sadasiv Purana. Everything coming from me, everything dissolve in me as well. If you study Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna say, everything coming from out of me, but everything dissolve in me as well. Everything also dissolve. So I am the creator, I am the destroyer. There nothing. So don't worry, anything create or destruction. I am the who play the cosmic Maya. And this Maya, nobody knows. Nobody knows. But you can know only once you achieve that state of the consciousness of unknown. Similarly, here Lord Shiva, whatever he create and whatever the destroy is, all are going to dissolve within him. Everything coming out of the Sadasiv and everything dissolve with him. Therefore, they say that it seems destroyed. You must understand through destruction does not mean that it destroyed. Although it is individually found, externally found, or found his own awareness, the heroic yogi feels the entire universe has become one with the fire of supreme consciousness. What does that mean? So it seems is creating everything, it seems it destroys everything. Actually not. It is again merged with the Sadasiva, the merged with Shiva Tattva. So it is very interesting. So today, and this much, but this is very interesting that, and once we experience that the pure consciousness of Parasakti, so naturally you can experience the Bhairav, the consciousness of Bhairav, the supreme consciousness as well. And that time it seems the Vishwa Sanghara, the rest of the whole universe. So it seems like that, but actually you are merged in the supreme consciousness. So let me clarify other time also more. So today's Sutra number 6. Any other questions, anyone? Mariana?
Swamiji, namaste. Can I use that sutra? I just know about Shiva Sutra, just one, number 6. Can I use that sutra for meditation? Check.
Yes.
Shakti Chakra
Yes,
Sandhane Bisvasahara. Shakti Chakra Sandhane Bisvasahara. Yeah?
Yes, you can. Like you study Vijnana Tantra, every sutras have the kriyas. Shiva Sutra also has the kriyas we can develop. But now we try to understand in intellectual levels and for our the Chitta Suddhi, for proper understandings. So this is very important.
Because I think I have to do something. Maybe I have to practice.
But here chakra means actually the wheel of samsara. Chakra means wheel of samsara, wheel of karma. So chakra, not only the different chakras of the bodies, is all about the chakras, what we have been the past lives and many things as well.
Okay.
But still you can meditate on chakras as well. So other questions, Atmanand?
I asked Kalagni, you mean Yogananda.
Sorry?
I asked my question, you already answered.
Okay. Yeah, then Yogananda, any questions?
No questions. Very interesting lesson. Thank you.
And now, then Shivani, Tatiana.
Thank you, Swamiji. I don't have any questions. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. And Rui Pascal.
No, Swamiji, thank you.
Okay, all right then. So let we conclude this. Let everybody chant with me today. Om mantra all together 3 times. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasa Kritau Bandi Bhagavantu Punaha Punaha Iswara Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyavadvyapta Dehaya Sridachina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Thanks to all. May God bless you all. May Lord Shiva, Rudra, the Vairava, and Mother Parasakti, Mother Kali, Mother Durga bless you all to achieve the consciousness of Vairava and be free.